Okay, as I said, hello, it's Dean Howell here, and today is the. Oops, I'm not sure what happened there. Oh, hopefully we're still recording. And all right, so as I said, Dean Howell from GeoSpatial Connect. We're going to do our first of our business coaching webinars today, and we're going to do them each Friday. Today is essentially getting together a marketing plan, and this is fairly generic, but over the next few weeks we're going to then more tailor it towards your geospatial business and how this can help. But to start it off, you need to have a marketing plan. All right, so in that marketing plan, we'll welcome to Lindsay. Thank you for joining us, and hopefully you can see the screen with the PowerPoint going, and as other people come in, they can hopefully see the screen as well. If you have any questions, you can type them into the side, and then what I'll do is once I've finished the presentation, I'll go back and I'll answer those questions for you. So here we go. All right, so what we're going to talk about today is essentially three things that can be related to any business. This is the basis of your marketing plan. All right, so you have a target market, you need to create a message, and you need to figure out what the best advertising medium is for your product or service. All right, so I'm just going to quickly just flick screens just to make sure that all right, so hopefully everyone is seeing the right screen at the moment. Just going to go back there, and for those who are in the presentation at the moment, can someone just type in the group chats off to the left to just tell me that they can see the presentation, so I'm not just talking to thin air. All right, so we'll just continue. All right, and so as I said, the three things: your target market, you need to create your message, and your advertising medium. So let's just get straight into that. So who is your target market? Now, someone just recently said to me that marketing to everybody is marketing to nobody. And in this day and age, you know, we try to market to a broad market, and we try to do things easily. But the problem is that in reality, when we make our target market too big, we miss the target altogether. So what you need to do is really narrow down your target market. We're in the geospatial industry, so depending on what your product or services is, you need to understand about your target customer. So where does that person live? What problems do they have? What's their age? What do they do for a job? What's their role in that job? How can they use your service? You know, you need to answer all of those questions, and that's going to form the part of your target market. So you need to look at who's going to use your product, all right? And so your marketing plan will be potentially different for every product and service you have. So you need to look at your products and then look at who is your target market for that product. Now, within GeoSpatial Connect, we have a number of different services, obviously the website, but behind that we offer some resume services and some building selection criteria and those sorts of job seeker services. And so our target market is people who are looking for a new job. They're looking to move on in their career. They may be of wide variety of age. They may be just coming out of university. And so we can target that market more specifically, as opposed to just asking everyone if they want a resume. All right, so because not everyone will want a resume. Everyone will be at different parts of their career. All right, so that's the biggest underlying thing that you need to figure out right here is get your target market. Who are they? And build up a profile for each of your products of who that target market is. All right, so the next phase of your marketing plan is to create a message. All right, so my solution will solve problems. So you look at each of your products and your target market and what problems will your service or product solve. All right, so when you have a solution, then people are more likely to want your service. All right, if someone's comfortable in a job, as my example before, if someone's comfortable in a job, they don't need a resume if they're not looking for something. So no matter, I could make my resume service free, but if they don't need a resume, they're not going to buy it. So my solution of providing a resume service is going to be targeted at recent graduates, people who are looking for new jobs, those sorts of people. So how will your product solve problems? All right, so you look at those, and then once you've got all that information, is that the third part of is where to advertise. All right, so you need to take that message of how you can solve someone's problem. All right, so how do I get that new job? All right, so you can start with having a new resume, or how can I do a better survey that I need a certain piece of equipment, a new total station. If I'm a GIS analyst, all right, what tool can I use? What new piece of software? What hardware? What printer can I use? All those sorts of factors. All right. So when you figure out what message you're going to create, so I'll just go back to that page. All right, creating your message, and really be focused on how you're solving those problems, and then that will help you determine where to advertise in that next. So as I said, where are you going to advertise? Now, different people will be in different places, so there's various options to advertise. There's online options, there's offline options, newspaper, magazines. You can go to conferences, and you need to figure out what your target market reads, where they shop, what they do, all of those factors, and then that will help you find what is right for your target market. So it's pointless if you're going to go and advertise on Facebook and none of your managers, say you're selling a piece of GIS software and none of your managers are actually on Facebook, they use something else. So or they just read magazines, or they just read the newspaper. So you need to actually find out what they do and how they buy, where they buy. And once you sort all that out, you can find out what is right for your target market. So where do they shop? What do they read? Do they subscribe to industry magazines? Do they just buy normal magazines or newspapers? Are they in the public service and therefore get public service notifications? What's their age? Depending on your product and service, are they more, as my next point, are they more tech savvy? So are they more likely to read the newspaper online or go to social media or all those sorts of places as opposed to your generic traditional hard copy newspaper or magazine? All right, so there are all the things that you need to take in mind. All right, where do they shop? What do they read? What's their age? Okay, so are they tech savvy? And then that will really lead to narrowing it down, and you might want to target different markets at different times. So therefore, the same message might go out to different medium. So you might have one. You might target recent graduates as an example, and they're probably more likely to be on Facebook or LinkedIn or those social media sites, whereas your older managers you might need to advertise in an industry magazine. So bear all those in mind. So not one solution will work, but sorry, I shouldn't say that. One solution may work just great, but multiple solutions might be the way that you need to actually to look at it to maximize your effectiveness. Now, some marketing options are obviously very expensive. Things like social media can be free or a very low cost. So they're the sort of things that we're going to talk about in future webinars. And my last point is, what sort of online presence do you have? So if you have your own blog and your own website, are people coming to it? And so you can sell your products and services there, but you've got to get that traffic to it. So if you don't have a presence, then how are you getting people to know about yourself? All right, so just in a quick summary. All right, target market, marketing to everyone is marketing to nobody. So just remember that. So don't try and just blast it out there. We're not in the industry of junk mail. We're actually trying to target and be more specific and be more productive with your marketing. All right, create the message to solve problems, and then advertise in the most appropriate medium for your target market. So they're the three things: target market, create your message, and the medium which you're going to advertise on. So hopefully you got something out of that today. I'm just going to switch back to the question section, and if people have any questions, we'll look at that. So I'm just going to